Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Attenzione, we are back, live, because we have to speak about our beloved Juventus. Well, how do we start? Everything that could go wrong this weekend went wrong. Everything. Starting with the loss on Friday, I told you. Or it will be a fantastic Saturday and Sunday with a big smile from here until behind the ears, or it will be a depressing one, a disaster one. Yesterday I made a video because I wanted to put my face after that disaster collapse 5-1. Today I didn't. Yesterday I didn't want to hear and see football. After the video I made, it was over. I saw the results. And today I watched a bit. But I tell you the truth, I watched, what did I watch? Atalanta. I watched Real Madrid-Barcelona, or at least I started first half. And I had difficulties to stay awake. Then I watched Roma. I watched first half, I believe. And then I fell asleep somewhere. And then I woke up again. Disaster weekend. Why? Because I tell you why. I will tell you why in a second. First, let me say hello to all the people in the chat, because that's the most important thing. And I will speak about Juventus because, guys, there are a lot of games to play, a lot. And you saw the thumbnail, hands in the air. Guys, we were about to enter the Scudetto race with -4, and we are here at risking the top 4. Because we are only at +3. On a lot of teams, we are third again, 1 point behind Milan. Milan is the only okay surprise, but Inter is there, Roma, Lazio, Atalanta winning with it. Let me say first hello to the people in the chat. Ciao to Helicopter, the first one today in the chat. Ciao to LJJ, to Tarrik, appropriate thumbnail. Ciao fellas from Paul Ibarra, Marian. Ciao Juventini, I hope you're all doing better than yesterday. A bit better. Let's stay together. Forza Juve per sempre. South Freaks, why is everyone acting as if it was the end of the world? Chill up. Have to stay focused till the end of the season. 5-1, it hurts, but I believe Juventus had a bad game and it will come back stronger. Forza Juve, chin up and look forward. Steph, buonasera Beppe and tutti gli Juventini. Ciao Calestorpe, ciao Jonathan, I saw the A2 and we are playing versus them. If we play like we played versus Napoli, we are in big trouble. Ciao Suleiman, Red, where is Beppe? Here is Beppe. What about Real Madrid-Barcelona? I watched the first half, I can speak about it if you want to, even if I don't care. I wanted to do a watch-along, but the energies were a bit lacking, guys. I needed to put my stuff together to be motivated again, because we have already Coppa Italia on Thursday. Then in the weekend we have Atalanta. Tomorrow I start immediately with a big day. I will do the video in the morning, and then I have 2 different lives on the Italian Twitch channel of Juventus, on the Juventus channel of Twitch. First in Italian with Enrico Zambruno and with a guest that you will appreciate, because we will speak English in the first part. So don't miss tomorrow Juventus Twitch channel. I warned you. Fantastic guest in English. Then we will continue in Italian. If you want to see, to know what we said in the second part of tomorrow live in the afternoon, you have to come back on 11 p.m. in the Juventus Twitch, because there we will speak English for all the live. But tomorrow will be a really fantastic guest, and I'm sure you will all appreciate, but really appreciate. I don't spoil too much. Come stai? Beh, è difficile. Ciao Thomas, ciao. I hope you are feeling better. I feel like all of you guys, the same way. Ciao Beppe, I'm still upset. Fino alla fine. Ciao Beppe, ciao RNG Esper, Atalanta 8 goals. They could have scored even more. Thank you for being back, Beppe. We missed you back, guys. I was there yesterday, I am here today. Ciao Jonathan again. Izza Jat. I'm still waiting if Ija or Izza will have the job or not. Ciao Michael or Mikel Arteta, that is first in Premier League. Fantastic season of Arsenal after so many years in difficulty. Ciao Ninib, back on the channel. Ciao William Gadion. William again. What do you think about Dybala performing? We can speak about Dybala. Of course, we can speak about Dybala. Did I wrote? Yeah, Dybala at -3. Well, Dybala, I saw until I fell asleep. I watched the performance of Dybala that played a good game. A solid game, of course. They played versus a team with 10 men from the 23rd minute because Dodo, he went to sleep earlier than everyone. He decided that the weekend, it was already too long. He wanted to think about Monday. So double yellow card in really a few minutes and crazy tackle. That means that it was starting to be a bit better for Roma. If I'm not wrong, it was how many? 1-0 at the end because Dybala, I saw the goal. The first goal that was really beautiful. Of course, it was deflected a bit, just that bit that put that ball and put it in the back of the goal. So deserved win for Roma. What about Dybala? Dybala played really well, really well. It was a long time that I didn't see a performance like that of Paulo Dybala. It was using all the field, moving really well, beautiful control, technique. The goal deflected, so some can say a bit luck. No, it was not luck because he's taking the ball really well, and at least he's taking his chance. To be honest, I saw the second goal as well. I was half asleep, so I saw again the second assist of Tammy Abraham that woke up after his winning goal, the drawing goal versus Milan. 2 assists for him. Well, I'm happy. He's good for. No, I'm happy. No, I'm not happy. Of course not, because they are at -3 of Juve. But no, it's always nice for Paulo Dybala. Then I saw already some people, and this is something that annoys me, but really start to annoy me, is the people that starts every single time that Dybala is playing a game, is doing a beautiful pass, but it's the same for Kulusevski last year. This year we don't speak about Kulusevski. Last year with Bentancur or with whatever player, even Aaron Ramsey when he scored his goal versus Nice, the first game that he played there. It starts to be annoying because we are always complaining. Look, and why did we give away Paulo Dybala? It was really a stupid move. And look at the fantastic player. And look at this. And look at that. And Paulo Dybala. And Kulusevski. And this and this. Basta, get over it, it's over, mamma mia, Cancelo, every time. When they are playing bad, we don't hear about them, we don't hear, it's over, nobody said, luckily we gave them away, no, nobody. When they are doing one game out of I don't know how much, and then it's fantastic and crazy and beautiful, this really annoys me, because I like Dybala, I really like Dybala, I will always be grateful. 7 seasons, guys, 7 seasons at Juventus, he won a lot of trophies, 115 goals, fantastic. But I saw I sometimes people, incorrectly maybe, they criticize me when I celebrate over the top a goal versus Spezia. I love to celebrate when Juve is scoring, you know that. Well, Beppe, looks like you won the Champions League. Dybala is scoring in the second half a goal versus Genoa, second division team in Coppa Italia. Mamma mia, people with the pictures, the hand in the air, with the score behind, Roma, Genoa, Coppa Italia, thank you, Juve, and from the other one, from the Romanisti, of course you have to accept. They are happy. They never saw a talent like that in their team. They have to go back to Totti. They never saw, they don't know what it is. But then I see also Juventini complaining, mamma mia, and the Juventini, and what did we do? And look, and the Gioia, the diamond, look at that, and fantastic. Today he played a really beautiful game today, and nobody can say that. They are making me not liking Dybala, or not wishing him the best. And it's the same for a lot of players that I really like, and you know it. There are players that I appreciate, and when they play at Juventus, I will always have a spot in my heart for these players, wishing them the best. Mamma mia, what a disaster, And that's why I don't care about Dybala, guys, about how, I'm happy, I'm smiling when he's doing well. But I don't care, and I'm absolutely not regretting the fact that he left. It was, I believe, if Juventus did like 100 mistakes, mercato, finance, salary, technical decision on the field, formations, player, passes, whatever, 100 million mistakes in the last year. If there was one thing that they did well, was stopping with Paulo Dybala, guys. Was stopping with Paulo Dybala. Look, he played with Roma, already had a few injuries. Last time he take a penalty, he gets injured. This is the risk of Dybala. He will always be a glass player that in some moments he has difficulties versus Milan. It's not that Paulo Dybala is playing a beautiful game. It's not that he's playing a beautiful game. He was a ghost like Tammy Abraham and so on and so on. Roma was a disaster. So that's what I believe about Paulo Dybala. I think Juventus did a really great decision there to stop Dybala. He wanted too much salary. He was already flirting with Inter to put some pressure on Juve. You don't do that. He disrespected Juve. If you tell me that Juventus disrespected Paulo Dybala, probably as well. But the relationship was over. It's like, like two parents that are together since years and they are in love and everything goes well, and then it breaks and they try to stay together for the kids. Not because the main reason, the love and so on, but because of another reason. And at the end, it crashes and it stops. And sometimes it's better to split so that the kids can still be happy because they have the good of both worlds instead of the worst of both worlds together. This is what I believe. Then, Paulo Dybala left. Now, why am I pissed off about the weekend? Well, pissed off. Why am I saying that everything that could go wrong went wrong? Well, Napoli-Juve 5-1. Do we have to speak about it even more? We can a bit later, kind of Q&A today in the video. Ciao Andre Rigon. When they were at Juve, the same people were complaining about them. The Dybala things that I read, the fans of Dybala more than the fans of Juve. Then Cremonese Monza, fatal for Cremonese, coach that has been dismissed. 0 win after 18 games, 11 loss, 7 draws. Cremonese out. Lecce Milan 2-2. That's the only thing that could bring me a bit of smile, even if they were losing 2-0 and then Lecce disappeared in second half. Milan has some difficulties. Attenzione to Milan for them. Inter Verona, 1 goal at the 3rd minute and then it was over. So even Inter has some difficulties as well, but they are winning. And these wins they bring you closer and closer to the top because they are at 37, the same points as Juve. Sassuolo Lazio 2-0 with a goal of Zaccagni, mamma mia. And when I tell you that everything that could go wrong went wrong, because in my fantasy league I've put Ciro Immobile this week as a captain after 15 minutes out. Because of injury. Torino Spezia, today there was Kevin Spacey. Was really strange, by the way. Kevin Spacey. He was there in Torino. I don't know. Strange. Udinese Bologna. Udinese disappeared as well after the fantastic start of the season. 8-2. 8-2 for Salernitana. When I tell you that everything that could go wrong went wrong, because Lookman, it was about to take that second penalty, and Gasperini, to annoy me, he said no, because Lookman is in my team instead of Cope Manners, and he gave the penalty to Cope Manners. Okay, he scored 2 goals, so I can a bit smile in that. If they have to win, then I smile because my players are scoring. But 8-2, why is this a disaster? Because the dead Atalanta that disappeared from Serie A, well, 1 week before us, they win. And a convincing win. The only good things is that Cope Manners that we were just speaking about, he had a yellow card. He will miss Juventus, and that's not bad. That's actually a good news, to be honest. You know that I don't like injured player. If there are a bit of suspensions, guys, let me breathe a bit. Let me be happy a bit. But the thing worse even is they are not playing Coppa Italia, Atalanta. They are not playing this week Coppa Italia. So that means that they will have a week to rest to play versus Juventus, while Juventus will play versus Monza in Coppa Italia. I'm really curious about the rotation, the turnover that Allegri will do, knowing that Coppa Italia has been publicly declared or said that it's an objective for Juventus. So let's see how we will do. Roma, that we just saw, 2-0 with a doppietta brace of Paulo Dybala. So if we are looking at the ranking, guys, because this is the danger now, the ranking of Serie A says that Napoli is rushing. Then you have Milan at 38, 37 for Juve and Inter. Juventus that has a difference of goal of 15 because of the 5 goals conceded and just 1 scored. We are at 12 goals conceded instead of 7. That's a real disaster because our difference of goals were quite okay because we were never conceding. But if you are looking at Napoli, 30 difference goals. Plus 30, 15 for Milan, 15 for Juve, 14 for Inter. And you see Lazio at 34 together with Atalanta and Roma. What does that mean if we don't care about Udinese because they have 25? That's 12 points difference with Juve. That from the 2nd until the 7th post, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams are at 4 points of difference. Disaster. I told you, everything that could go wrong this weekend went wrong this weekend. A total disaster. But I have also some good news. Let me say hello to the people that join after I say hello. Radovan is there. Beppe Dybala played a good game versus 10 players with a lot of room. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. If Viola was full and put it even a little bit of pressure on him, he would get injured probably. I don't wish, I don't know, but it's true. That's what I said. Minus 10 with 10 players all game long. Ciao Dom, ciao Beppe. I have been doing some thinking of what we have to do to reach the top again, as well as we long. I think the best solution is John Elkann selling Juve. We need an owner who can give us money. Mamma mia, you talked a lot about that, huh? You thought, mamma mia, what a great solution. Dom. Okay, no, it will not happen. So try to find another solution. Styler Z, ciao Beppe, tragic weekend, but this is the way it had to happen. Luca Seminara, Beppe, because people always want to complain. Yeah, but you know, guys, I was speaking with someone today during the game on WhatsApp about Courtois. There is a shot, young guy who were on WhatsApp. There is a shot at a certain moment from I believe it was Lewandowski. Courtois jumps, that ball goes on the post, okay? And the person says to me, "Mamma mia, top 10. He needs and he deserves to be top 10 goalkeepers all time in the world. Courtois." And then he sees the first replay and looks like he's not touching the ball. And then he says, no. I exaggerated. Then you see the second replay and you see that he's really touching it. Oh, yeah, he's top 10. I believe that we are going more and more like that. This is really scaring me. The analysis of some players, of some people on internet that are judging a moment. And depending on that moment, look, Messi, if he wins the World Cup, he's the greatest of all time. If he doesn't win, he's not the greatest of all time. What does that mean? One penalty, because they went until the penalties with a fantastic World Cup of Messi. Fantastic World Cup at age 35 after everything he did. Will you decide the career of someone just because of a penalty that might have been scored from his teammate or missed by his teammates because he scored his? You see, it's strange how we analyze things. No, or Messi is the best of the world or is not. Whatever the result of the World Cup final, what I believe. Of course, if you are looking at the trophy, yeah, but then he has a World Cup, then he has no World Cup. Yes, but World Cup is a team that is winning a World Cup. So if you judge the individual, you have to judge him, his performance. Did he bring that team until the final? Did he bring them until the penalties? Did he give them the lead, whatever? Did he win the Champions League with Barcelona and so on and so on? One thing. Or you have to check the team, whatever. Cecilia, ciao Beppe. Until now, I didn't want to know any news about Juve. It was difficult for me as well. Yesterday someone said to me, Beppe, we have to do a live now, because apparently Sergei Milinkovic-Savic is about to come to Juve, or at least he's not about to come to Juve, but he said no. Giovanni Albanese, a real journalist, for the first time a real journalist, it's not a rumor anymore, but apparently has been leaked that Sergei will not renew. I don't care. I don't want to go live to speak again about Sergei Milinkovic-Savic the day after Napoli 5, Juve 1, because Sergei Milinkovic-Savic will not join in the winter now in January. We are the 16th now in my time, since 33 minutes. We have 15 days to go until the end of the Mercato, so he will not join now, guys. Then maybe a miracle what will happen, but that's not what we need. That's not what we need today. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Next year or next summer, if you want to speak about him, we can do a live. But after the fight, or today or tomorrow, we can do a live about Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. But the day after, I didn't want to. So I totally understand you. Ciao, Enric, Saif. It's pointless to have a player that we don't know how to use. Then, of course, it's true that Juventus was going towards that 4-3-3. And at the end, we play a 3-5-2. A 3-5-2 where Dybala could play in a 3-5-2 behind the striker, because that's one of his positions that he was doing the best. So if we're thinking now, he could have been useful, but we don't know. How would he be in terms of injuries and so on and so on. Ciao Rocco, ciao Esper, ciao RNG, ciao Ryan. Foniex, Napoli are laughing at us because of Allegri. Shame to Allegri. Foniex, guys, last year people were laughing at Spalletti because he was there at the end of the Serie A, on top of Serie A, and then he bottled it. 2 years ago, people were laughing at Spalletti when he was at Roma. Then 10 years ago, they were laughing at him when he was at Inter. Then they were laughing at him when he was in whatever club he was. He never won anything. Now they are doing great. Now Napoli, that won 2 Scudetti in their history, and probably the people that are mocking Juve from Napoli, they were not even born. They never experienced what a Scudetto is. Now they are in the best position, but nobody said that it's won. This is one of the problems of a lot of Napoli fans. How many times did they mock, laugh, play it with the fuochi d'artificio, the fireworks, because they win 1-0 versus Juve, and then they lose a Scudetto. But after the performance of yesterday, they have the right. They have the right to mock Juve, guys. You have to accept being mocked sometimes. What I did on social media is that I stay silent. I just said one thing on social media. I said that it was disaster, horrible performance, and that Napoli deserved to win. And they deserve to be there where they are and stop. And if some people, they tagged me or they mocked me or whatever, we accept, because we lost 5-1. We laugh at other teams during 9 years in a row. We laughed. We mocked them. We laughed at the Napoli -10 with freezing images, because they were really far away from us. Inter, Milan, Roma, Lazio, Atalanta, Udinese, whatever team you have in mind, we always laughed. This is sport. What's happening, Foniex, that you are mocked by Napoli fan because they won 5-1? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. It's the end of the world, because in football, you are mocked for one game that they lost 5-1. And probably they will mock you for their entire life, because that 5-1 win is something incredible for them. It's something unique. The last time they won 5-1 versus us was in 1990. It was in Supercoppa. We had Tacconi, Baggio, Schillaci, Thomas Hassler. I remember that game. Calcio Champagne of my Freddy. This is life. Accept and go on. Move on. Mamma mia, we have to accept it. Cycle. Then you take the history of Juve, you take the history of Napoli. In all, I am really, really proud to be a Juventino. Today, on the 16th January 23, I would be proud to be a Napoli fan because you win 5-1, because you are on top of your Champions League, because you're on top of Serie A, and that's that moment. But I would have be ashamed losing that Scudetto versus Juve a few years ago. I would be ashamed of every time doing fireworks in the air because Juventus is losing versus a team where you're not even involved. That's how sad these teams are. They are celebrating Juventus losses versus other team. This is how sad they are. 5-1 is too much. We are Juve. Hey, accept it and move on. This is the reality. You lost 5-1 and deserved loss because we were nowhere, because we made mistakes, because Allegri, he was bad with the formation. He was bad with preparing there mentally. He was bad in explaining how you react when you concede a goal. He was bad in understanding the game. The players were bad in controlling a ball, in playing fast, in running, in staying there physically in the team, mentally in the game. It happens. It happens. It happens. Indeed, Nira is saying Napoli will probably release a limited jersey with the 5-1. You will see they are happy. What do you want? It's too much. What do you want? You lost 1-0. You lost 5-1. You lost 3 points. They are there. They need to win. Let's see if they will be able to do it. Guys, at the end of the year, if they don't win, you know who will win. Milan, Inter, Lazio, Atalanta, Cremonese, Verona. I don't know who will win Serie A. But if they don't win, we'll see who will mock Napoli. The entire planet will mock Napoli. But this is something else. Anyway. Let me check, because we have other people in the chat. Beppe, do you believe in a big revolution in the summer? Yes, it could be. Look, John, I always said, and then I want to answer a lot of questions, and I want also to speak about something that I have. I want to make a video about it tomorrow if I have time, but tomorrow will be a big game. So I don't know what video I will do tomorrow, but I wanted to speak about the team split in two and how to use the players that are coming back. Federico Chiesa, first of all, because he was really badly used. Versus Napoli, and I hope we will not see that anymore, but we have a problem of formation, but that's another discussion. But the summer, can there be a revolution? Look, it's really easy. You have a few steps that you have to understand before going to the summer, okay? The first step is that on the 18th, so on Wednesday, you have a new board of directors, 5 persons. These persons, they will take care of one priority, defending Juventus off the field, because people, they forget, but there are 2 or 3, I believe, 3 different investigations against Juventus. And the board of directors chosen are not people expert in football, but expert in what we need to defend ourselves versus all these investigations, okay? That's what they will do. In the meanwhile, until the end of the season, the sporting side will be and continue to be managed by Cherubini, Storari, Massimiliano Allegri, especially Massimiliano Allegri. Why? Because Storari is a support, Cherubini is doing Mercato. With the Mercato, we are at the moment hand tight. Maybe there will be a movement, but we are not Chelsea that is able to give a 8 years contract. In Italy, you are not even allowed. 5 years is maximum. In UK, you can give 8 years of contract to Mudryk, a guy that played 32 games in professional league, and they buy him 100 million with a crazy salary and whatever. This is not what we can do today. We are not Arsenal that they wanted him and they will go for another player. We are not whatever team in Premier League, okay? So Cherubini, his job will be limited, selling one player, maybe going for another player, okay? So Allegri will take care of that. Allegri is a coach that was disrespected a lot, but is also the coach that brought you 8 victories in a row with 8 clean sheets. I know you will tell me, but it was Cremonese. No, because the people that are saying that are just liars. They are liars. Because in that 8 winning streak, there was Inter, there was Lazio. Just mentioning 2 of the 8. So, no, it is not true. It was not just Cremonese. It was absolutely not luck. It was that in a difficult moment, he was able to gather the team together to go with that streak of victories. Did we become champions contender for the Champions League? No. We were not playing fantastically well, okay? We were not, and we knew it. But he brought some stability. And not a lot of other coaches would have been able to do that now, in that difficult moment, okay? So we continue with him. No, we were not lucky, Dom. This is not possible. Being lucky for 8 games in a row is not possible. It's not possible. It is not possible, okay? Because if you don't accept to see the truth that you saw some progression towards the beginning of a season, then it means that you have just hate and you are blinded by your hate towards a coach. You are making me angry because I try to be objective in giving praises and also criticism to a coach that is not my favorite coach and that I always told you on the channel that I don't believe that he will be next year there. It is not okay. There are 2 things that you want to say me. We didn't win playing entertaining offensive football. You're right. You are correct. I agree. We didn't win playing a beautiful, proposive offensive football with automatic patterns, with ideas of going forward. I agree. You are correct. Luck is a word that I don't accept. Because this is too easy and this is disrespectful towards Juventus. I am here, and you know it on the channel, we can and everyone is allowed to criticize Juventus, a team that is at -10 from Napoli, a team that is losing 5-1 from Napoli, a team that has been eliminated in Champions League, not able to win 2 times versus Maccabi Haifa, a team that lost versus Monza 1-0, their first victory in Serie A. You have absolutely the right and you are obliged to criticize Juventus this year. You are obliged to criticize Juventus last year. You are obliged to criticize Juventus with Pirlo and with Sarri. You can do. But not luck. Luck is not true. 8 games without conceding a goal in Serie A is not luck. It's not luck. And that's the difference in approaching and speaking and trying to open your mind. It was not luck because there was a plan, and that plan was perfectly applied versus a lot of teams, versus Inter, versus Lazio, versus Udinese. If you see the work of Weston McKennie, it is not luck that Weston McKennie that was closing all the wing. I don't like Weston McKennie. If I am the sporting director, I would look day and night to find the solution to sell Weston McKennie. But it is not luck that Weston McKennie was doing that work. These are things that has been worked and he was applying it and he was doing it really well. And now, because then we are speaking about hate and we do trash. Here, I agree and I will do it really short. You can criticize Juventus, but we can't insult Juventus. If you are here to insult Juventus, then it's not the right channel. And saying that 8 years, the 8 wins in a row were luck is an insult. It's the same insult that when you are saying Allegri won just because Conte gave him a perfect team. This is an insult to Juventus. This is an insult to Allegri. This is an insult to Juventus as a whole. This is an insult to Miralem Pjanic. This is an insult to Moiskin, to Cristiano Ronaldo, to Paulo Dybala, to Kulusevski, to Bentancur, to Szczesny, to Buffon, to Chiellini. This is an insult to every single members of the staff that worked 9 years in a row winning Scudetto everywhere in Italy. Saying that Allegri won because of Conte is an insult. Inzaghi was not able to win after Conte. Inzaghi was not able to win after Conte. And this is what I don't appreciate. And this is what makes me angry online. Then, again, if you're telling me that we are in one of the worst moments of our history, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%, 200%. We can't be happy with the Juventus that we saw. We can't be happy. We can't just smile the day after a loss like that. The criticism and the mockeries of the other teams, they hurt. Of course they hurt. Of course they hurt. But let's not transform the criticism in an insult. Because there I don't agree. There I don't agree. I work for Juve, and I am the first one that put my face on it with a big title, humiliation. Humiliated, because this is what we were. We were humiliated. I can't be more objective than that. If you watch my video of yesterday, I defended nobody. Calm, tranquillo, honest. What did we do bad? Bremer, worst performance. What am I reading online? Bremer is a flop. This is what I'm reading online. Big decrease from Bremer. He's a flop. This is what I'm reading online. He is a flop for one disaster game. One disaster game with Juventus. This is not okay. This is not okay. But I don't accept titles as finished club, small club. There is a difference between criticism and insulting. And that's why I am angry when people are saying 8 wins in a row were luck. 9 Scudetti in a row were luck. Because Milan and Inter were not there. They were not competitive. This is why Juventus won. Well, if it was like that, if it was that easy, why did Napoli not win the Scudetto? Why did Roma not win the Scudetto in these years? Because they were competing. Why not? Explain me. Let me understand why. Let me understand why. Because they have more salary. Okay, why? Liverpool, that has a lot of salary mass, is not in top 4. Why is Chelsea the one that has spent in 6 months 500 million sterling? They are not in top 4. Why? The best revelation coach of Premier League, Harry Potter, is not in top 4 with Chelsea. I need to understand. I need to understand. Then, Mr. Max is a coach that I always told you that I don't see with Juventus in 23-24. So, I didn't even explain or answer the question, do you think that the revolution is possible next summer? Well, first step, board of directors. I already said it, they will defend Juventus off the field. Priority number 1. You like it or not, this is a priority number 1 with Allegri that will finish the season. Okay? He already showed that he can go with a streak of win. He will have to do it again. Can he do it again? Big question mark. Big question mark. Okay? At the end of the season, you can go a different roads because you will have new faces, not from the board of directors, but in the sporting area. We don't know who are these names. We don't know who are these faces. We don't know what role they will have. There can be a sporting director that really believes in Allegri. And they speak together and they said, we continue. Because you have a contract. Because we believe in you, we go. There can be a sporting director that says, I don't like Allegri. I never liked him. We change. We go for another one. You can maybe have a new sporting area that is saying, we don't like Allegri, but we can't dismiss him. Because, we already said it, he still has 2 more years of contract. Dismissing him and going for Zidane will cost us 90 million. And the finances, we are already losing 274 million euro in loss. So we don't want, but we are obliged. And then you have a 4th option that Allegri says, I did what I had to do, my job here is done, I leave. You have 4 options. A revolution, it will be a revolution, because Alexandro will probably leave. I don't know about that renewal clause, I don't know if he will reach it or not. Quadrado will leave. Rabiot will probably leave. Di Maria will leave. Paredes will leave. All players that will leave. All players that will leave. So there will be a revolution. But if you are expecting a revolution with Manchester United, that is going with Anthony, Casemiro, and whatever, that's not the revolution that you can expect. Someone said I really doubt a lot, and I believe that we have to sell the club. This is not what will happen. Now, short term. Long term, we don't know. Well, okay, I explained that. Now, can we speak about something else? Because I got angry. And it's not personally, Dom, it's not personally. I know that you like Juve. I know that you're a good person. It's just that it makes me angry sometimes. And we know it. Allegri has objectives. You believe that you are the only one that are angry or sad or that it hurts to lose 5-1? No. Juventus as well. Allegri first place, but also the owners, they are super angry because this one, it will be difficult to cancel from history. You can't cancel anymore this loss from history. It's forever. It's forever. So, guys, I continue to say a feeling. If we don't win, he will be sacked. If he wins, he will leave by himself. This is an own idea that I have today. But I don't know if it will happen or not. Let me read a bit of your comment because I see that you're writing a lot. And from there, I will go angry. Today, you guys, you see it, I'm super, I am angry. Today, I'm angry. So, depending on the message, I will get angry even more. And again, it's not on you guys. Grande Bep. I explain you something else. Because I saw a lot of things. About the fact that the last time that we lost was in 93. Everyone is a professor today. Everyone, they know. They go back in the statistic. But the last time it's because of Allegri. Because he scored a brace when he was playing at Pescara in 1993. That was the last time in Serie A that we lost 5-1. And it's true. It's true. Okay. You know that I told you, guys, that since the beginning, since day one, I didn't believe that we could win the Europa League. Remember, I told you that, We are 152 people. Only 52 they put a like, so 100 people are traitors. But I always told you that we will not win the Europa League. I went back in history of that Pescara game. I will tell you the future today. Whoever in the chat, take a paper, take a pen, write down what I will tell you, and we will see if it will happen or not. The year before, it was the season 91-92. Season 91-92, we changed the coach, and we called back Giovanni Trapattoni. That was already our coach in the past. He was a winning coach. He was a winning coach. Won a lot of things with it. He won the Champions League with us. He won Scudetti. He won Coppa Italia. He won a lot. One of the most important coaches of our history. We have three. You like it or not, we have three coaches in terms of trophies, in terms of victories and so on. That are there is Giovanni Trapattoni, Marcello Lippi, and not Antonio Conte, but Massimiliano Allegri. Well, they stopped with Giovanni Trapattoni and they hired Trapattoni again. Let me check something. I saw that one. They hired Giovanni Trapattoni again. That first year that he came back, you know how much trophies he won? Zero. He didn't win the Scudetto. He didn't win in Europe. He didn't win Coppa Italia. Who else was called back and the first season won 0? After glory years of winning, like Trapattoni, came back and won 0. Allegri. Last year won 0. But that year of the 5-1, we didn't win the Scudetto. We didn't. You know what we won? UEFA. We won the UEFA Cup. And this year, we are not in Champions League anymore. We are in Europa League. That is actually the same as the UEFA Cup. If we really want to do comparison with the past, with Allegri was there in 93, the last time that we lost, and he was back there when we lost 5-1. Go back in history. Make it complete. The season before, the coach was called back, he won 0 titles. The season after, didn't win the Scudetto, arrived in semi-final of Coppa Italia, but he won the Europa League. He won the Europa League versus who? Who can tell me versus who? It was a 92-93. We won the Europa League. I can tell you versus who, but maybe some people, they remember. That was the third Coppa UEFA that we won. Attention, because I already see the future. It's not over. My story is not over. My story is not over. I need to continue. Of course, I need to continue. I prepared everything when watching. Well, we won versus Borussia Dortmund. We won versus Borussia Dortmund that season. The season after, Trapattoni remains. But it's not doing that well neither that season, because we still don't win the Scudetto. We arrived actually second in Serie A. In Coppa Italia, disaster, round of 16, and in UEFA Cup, we go out at the quarterfinals. And that's where they decide to stop with Trapattoni after the third year. Who comes? Marcello Lippi. Marcello Lippi, the young Marcello Lippi, arrives, that never coached actually a big team. He coached Napoli, but it was a small team. He comes, Atalanta as well. He comes and he wins the Scudetto. He wins Coppa Italia, and we lose the Coppa UEFA. The year after, we win the Champions League. This is a bit the story of what happened in the, if you want some similarities with the 5-1 that we lost versus Pescara. Who knows? Maybe. This year we don't win the Scudetto. Looks like we will not win it. Maybe we'll arrive in the semi-final of Coppa Italia. Maybe we will win the Coppa UEFA. That would be not bad, because that means that we play in Champions League next year. Guys, can you tell me the game after that loss, 5-1 versus Pescara, we played versus Lazio. Who can tell me what was the score of that game versus Lazio after the loss of 5-1? Because it was an humiliation, as we said. Who can tell me? It was the last game of the season. We played at home. We played versus a big team, lads. Indeed, 4-1. How do you know, guys? Hey, you all know. This is strange. Did I say it already on the channel? No, you take the surprising effect. We won for one. We won for one. Let's see, guys. This is, of course, it's just fantasy. Yeah? Don't be angry at me if it doesn't happen. But indeed, we won 4-1 the game. Let's hope that we can win 4-1 versus Atalanta. That today won 8-2. Disaster. 8-2. This is already more goals that we scored in an entire season. Yeah. We will win in 2026. I wasn't even born then, Sasha. Dortmund, indeed, destiny to win that trophy. Hey, who knows? Big teams, Juventus, Arsenal, Barcelona, Manchester United are in Europa League, indeed. Bring the derby! And then Nirai with the donation granted in Nirai in 1986, Argentina won the World Cup. Napoli win the Scudetto. 2022, Argentina wins the World Cup. Scudetto. Wait, because I wrote something about that. I like to write sometimes. Let me check. What did I write? There was a similarity also with that. 86-87. After the World Cup that Argentina won, Napoli loses first away game on the 4th of January versus Inter 1-0. Milan won. And Juventus won thanks to Cabrini versus Verona with a free kick in the last minutes. So, you remember on the 4th of January, it was a Wednesday, everyone played in Serie A. It was the first game after the World Cup, after Argentina became World Cup winner. Back then, of course, it was not the first game, but on the 4th of January, we played. And that same day, Milan won, like they won this year. Juve won with the last-minute free kick. Milik this time. Back then it was Cabrini. Inter 1-0. 1-0. They Napoli lost versus Inter 1-0. The same as now. Everything is like cycles. Everything is like cycles. Indeed, it's true. It's true in Irai. So, and probably this year they will win it, guys. If they don't win this year, what a disaster. What a disaster. Pepe, do you miss players like Marquisio? Yes, of course. Of course. Union Sport. Am I the only one who thinks Napoli Sunrise is a bit suspicious? Yeah, I believe you're the only one that is thinking that they are playing well, guys. They are playing fantastically well. We have to admit it. Serie A in the Matrix. Yeah, but it's strange, yeah? It was exactly the same. Everything like the same. With Calciopoli now, that's a different story. Sasha, I'm starting to question existence with all those coincidences. Are we in a simulation? It's true. I go back if you don't believe me. Thomas Makluf, Sampdoria have 8 goals scored all season. Atalanta scored 8 in one game. What a disaster. Sampdoria is really bad. They are playing tomorrow. But they surprise me. Beppe, I know you think Locatelli can play a regista, but I feel we are ruining him. Similar to what we did with Bentancur. But it's different, Dom. Today you want to discuss with me, Dom. No, it's different. You know why? Because Bentancur, we played him in every single position of the field with different coaches. I saw some possibilities and some potential in Bentancur, but even if I defended him sometimes, even if I saw the qualities, it's a guy that, guys, you can't blame Allegri, you can't blame Sarri, you can't blame Pirlo. With him, you have to blame Bentancur at a certain moment at Juventus, because he played with 3 different coaches. He played in every single position, in a 2-man midfield, in a 3-man midfield. He played as a box-to-box on the right, on the left. He played more offensively, he played more defensively, he played as a regista. The only position where he played consecutive games really well was with Sarri as a regista. That's the real period where we all said, wow, what a player. That's the only period, and it was not for a year, because Pjanic starts that year until he fights with Sarri in training. I made a video about that. So I don't like when we say we ruined Bentancur. No. And Locatelli, Dom, I can even agree with you if you want to. I can agree with you if you want to. The problem with Locatelli is that Locatelli is playing one game fantastically well as a regista with openings, with vision, and so on and so on. And then he disappears with the same man next to him. This season is not a good season for Locatelli. You know, I like him, but I don't care about like or not like. He's not good this season. He did some good games. How many did we play? 6 in Champions League, 18 in Serie A. That's 24 games at disposal. He didn't play all of them, but he played a lot. Let's say he played 18. Well, in these 18 games that he played, how many did he play well? 4? That's not enough. And a lot of time he's doing a lot of things that we don't see directly, supporting the team defensively and so on and so on. But it's not enough. It's not enough. It's really not enough. MM is saying, Beppe, attenzione because, and thank you Nirai for the donation, really appreciate it. MM is saying Allegri versus big clubs, 21 matches but only 2 wins. Inter, Milan, Napoli, Atalanta, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Villarreal. GJustjuve, please be realistic sometime. This is facts, not fiction. I don't know why you are asking me to be realistic. I can't tell you even more than Allegri is at fault. Allegri is not my favorite coach. Allegri is not an offensive coach. I don't know what I can tell you more. This is what I don't like. Pepe, please be realistic. If I tell you the same things, what can I tell you more? I agree with you. These are facts. Allegri is not doing well in 18 months or more, 1 year and a half. We all know. We all know. Then there are also the whys. He's not doing well. Portion on him, portion on the club, portion on the players. The biggest one is on him because he is the coach. He is responsible for it. He needs to find a way and make it work. But I agree. I don't know why. Be realistic. If I tell you the same thing, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't agree with MM. He's the worst coach at his return. No, he's not the worst coach at his return. He's doing really bad. That's true. He's not the worst coach. On that one, I don't agree. Because we go from one extreme to the other. But since that he's here, he's not doing well. Then you can go to the whys. The why of Allegri, we already spoke about it every single time. We said it's a coach that is relying on experienced player and that is loving balance. And when things are going bad, is first locking the defensive part, the structured and organizing part, relying on the magic up front from individualities. From the moment that this has been locked, he starts also implementing and working on offensive patterns. When he came back, and this is Allegri, and we all know it, on his defense, and that's not defending Juventus, that's defending why our things are not working. Well, the first year arrives, if you remember that game versus Napoli at home, the second one of the season, he speaks with Chiellini, and they are shocked, and they're saying, Mamma mia, this is the team. This is what we are. Do you remember that shocking scene at the board of the sideline of the field? This is what we are. Coach, this is what we are. We are a disaster team. He received 0 transfer. He received Locatelli, and that's it. And Keane. And Caio Jorge. 3 players. Can we speak about the real mercato? No, we can't. On a team that for the first time lost the Scudetto, that clearly was doing really bad and that qualified to Champions League thanks to Napoli that threw it away. It's doing really bad. Allegri is not able to solve it. Disaster situation. He continues this year. And we start with the idea, and that's where I wanted to enter, in the realistic problems. I'm not even speaking about injuries, because Pirlo had injuries, Allegri had injuries last year, and we continue now. Today it's really that video. No, this one.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth. Look, thanks to Faraoni. Grande Faraoni. Look, I was about to say something. We build up a team with the idea for 4-3-3. This is the idea of Allegri. We start with a 4-3-3. And this is my problem now. I want to make a video about it. I already started preparing, studying a bit. It's an idea I have since long, that I'm saying since the beginning of the season. Our team is really strange. We have an anomaly in the team. It's a team that is split in two. We have a team that is made to play with 3 men in defense, but we have a team that is made to play with 3 offensive players, but we have a team, no, actually split in 3. But we have a team that is made to play with 5 in the midfield. Or at least with 3 men in the midfield. 3 men in the midfield. So, 3 men defense, 3 men in the midfield, 3 men up front. We want to go for a 4-3-3, but we immediately realize that we are conceding, that we are not playing well. Alexandro is not playing well as a left back. Danilo, defensively okay as a right back, but is bringing nothing offensively. He prefers to play centrally, said by the coach, said by himself in press conference. We discover that Bremer in a 4-man defense on the left side, not as a left back, left center back, is a disaster. We discover that Bonucci is old and not physically anymore there. Di Maria is not there. Pogba is not there. Chiesa will not come back before January. And that idea of the 4-3-3 is not there. So, what do we do at a certain moment? In moments of difficulty, in trying to push that idea of 4-3-3, waiting for the other ones, we are playing bad. Because our defense is a disaster. It's a disaster. Because up front, our players are not doing what they need to do. Because of the fact that our 4-man defense is a disaster, the midfielders has to drop down, our strikers has to drop down, and we play with a really low block. So what do? We change in a 3-5-2. That 3-5-2 is working in Serie A, because that 3-5-2 is bringing us at least the best position for a lot of players. Bremer, fantastic, except of Napoli, fantastic. Danilo, fantastic. Alexandro, I'm exaggerating when I'm saying fantastic, but again, a decent Alexandro that we didn't see since years anymore. And you understand that the team can play with a 3-man defense. And that needs to play with a 3-man defense. And we play like that, and we win. The problem is now, and it's really strange what I'm telling you, but that the players are coming back. And it's a problem, and I tell you why. Because from the moment that our team will be complete, you will have to choose. Or you go with a 3-5-2 and you sacrifice your offensive players, because Chiesa can't play on the right wing. We saw it. Yeah, he can play 20 minutes when we are looking for that extra goal, but he can't play there versus a Napoli, versus a Milan, because that's not his role. Hey, you play him as a second striker, good. Where is Di Maria? Where is Keane? Where is Milik? And you have a problem. 3-5-2, offensively, you sacrifice players. You go back with a 4-man defense. Who do you play? Alexandro, it will be a disaster on the left. You lose the characteristic as a leader of Danilo. Bremer will less perform in a four-man defense. Bonucci, we don't know if we will be able to count on him. So a lot of problems there if you play with 4. So we are saying, okay, let's play 3-4-3. Because 3-4-3, we keep that 3-man defense and we have 3 offensive players. Good. But we have like 7 midfielders. We have McKennie, Rabiot, Locatelli, Paredes, Miretti, Fagioli, and Pogba. I always forget the 7th one, Pogba. 7 midfielders for 2 spots. It's a problem, huh? And you know what's the other problem? That if on the left you have Kostic, and probably you discovered, luckily, Ealing Jr., on the right side, whatever system you are playing, you have a problem because you have only Cuadrado, if he's there. John Costantini saying scientifically called the Juve paradox. You have a problem because whatever system you play, you have a problem on the right side. Why was it not a problem? Because you were thinking that you would play in a 4-3-3. In a 4-3-3, you have Alexandro on the left, supported by De Sciglio for some games. You have Danilo on the right, supported by Cuadrado, occasionally on the right side. 3 men up front, you can play with Soulé, you can play with Di Maria, you can play with Chiesa, you have solutions up front. On the left, you can play with Kostic, you can play with Ealing Jr., you can play with Chiesa, you can play on the left. There, you can play with Keane in a 4-3-3. Up front, you have Vlahovic, you have Milik that can play there. You have a lot, man. 3 men in midfield. You can all can rotate there, but then you have a problem in the middle. So we have a big problem, guys. For me, I will tell you, I really thought about it. The only possible way without Mercato, because the best way is give us give us a right wing, and at least we try to start solving things. If we have no, there is only one possibility. It's to play a 3-4-2-1, but a 3-4-2-1 with a midfielder that is playing up. And it's something I already told you long time ago, because it's already long time ago that I have nightmares about this. I really have nightmares about this. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. So, look, here you have names alla Endika, Grimaldo. No, these players are not there, of course. Let me open another one. Okay, wait, So, can we erase Napoli? Yes, we can. Okay, for me, you have to play with Alexandro, Bremer, Danilo, okay? Then you play 4 men here, Kostic here. You play with Rabiot, Locatelli, okay? Locatelli loves to play in a 2-man midfield. You play with, at the moment, Cuadrado there. Tell me if you like it or not, huh? Then we play with, you will be surprised of what I will do. Yeah, of course, if everyone is there. Huh? This is how I will do it. But, of course, it's beautiful on paper, and you will tell me where is Di Maria, Beppe. You will tell me where is Di Maria, Beppe, because Di Maria needs to play. I will play here with an extra midfielder. Yeah, of course, you can do like this if you want to. Who cares? That's not the important thing. Yeah, of course, on the field it's important, George. But why would I do it like that? Because playing like this, you can easily go, but really easily in transition in a 3-5-2. You can easily play in a 3-5-2 immediately, just coming back. Okay? If it's not Pogba, and that's the nice thing, you can play with Miretti, that already played that position, and also him can go back. He can also come back and support and help. Up front you have Milik that can support here, and then you have Di Maria. Okay? What about Di Maria? Di Maria is the player that we know it. These three players, Chiesa, Di Maria, Pogba, Di Maria he can't play all the games until the end of the season. We know it. Pogba is coming from injury. Chiesa is coming from injury. So sometimes you start with Di Maria, Pogba. Sometimes you start with Pogba, Chiesa. Sometimes, if you want to, a bit more offensively, you play with Di Maria, Chiesa. Sometimes you can play with Di Maria, Miretti. But these are the men that rotate here. Then, of course, you have other players as well. Because in that lineup, let's take them back here. Let's put them again how they were. Let's put now behind all the subs that we can potentially use. Okay? You can use Gatti here. Milik instead of Vlahovic. You have Rugani that can play here. You have Bonucci that can play here. Of course, the goalkeeper as well. In the middle, Fagioli. You have, where is he? Paredes. You have Paredes. You have Ealing Jr. You have De Sciglio. I don't know where he is. Here, you have De Sciglio. Behind, you have Di Maria. You have Miretti. And you still have Weston McKennie. You have Moiskin. And you have Sule. Guys, I agree with Thomas. And that's why I tell you, if we are able to sell if we are able to sell Weston McKennie, you don't even need a replacement. Look at all the players you have. This is how I would personally try to do it. This is for me the only possible, without Mercato, and I don't believe we can do Mercato, the only possible way to play them without having difficulties of adapting people in other roles and so on and so on. And I'm saying with 21 players on the field, we might have a chance. Well, here we have I forgot Perin, but let's put Perin as well. Poor Perin. Now we have 22. 22 plus 3 on the bench, guys. And we even have Huijsen, Pinsoglio, Barbieri, Riccio, and Marlet Ake. It's not bad, huh? It's not bad. This is the only possible way that I believe that we can that we can play with a 3-man defense, because this is the only thing that is working. It's the only way that we can rotate Pogba, Chiesa. Sometimes Chiesa will start, sometimes he will be on bench. Di Maria, managing their energies, rotating Vlahovic with Milik. This is how I believe it's really. Because otherwise you have... What was it? Someone said it. The Juve paradox. It's not possible. Then, if you tell me, Beppe, but Quadrado he needs to go in pension, like RNG, I agree. He will go with Cristiano Ronaldo in Al Nasser next year. Thomas, it sounds like you read my comment on the Telegram group. You are reading it word by word. And no, you know that I didn't enter the Telegram group. I saw the messages, but I didn't enter the chat the last days. Let me go in the Telegram group just for the fun of having fun. Look here. People that are starting to go crazy now. That's what I started with the Dybala comments. So if you want to know my take about Dybala, go back to the beginning of the video. Del Piero to Sky. Juventus have a lot of things to consider before thinking about the coach. Allegri is not at risk because he's not the main problem, and also because the squad and him recovered and became first in the league behind Napoli, who are having a league on their own and above average. Guys, this is... The people, I'm embarrassed about the loss, of course, but it's true that from a certain moment, Juventus was the best. Juventus was the best. Anyway, in terms of result. Attenzione, guys! It's your Twitter anniversary. Celebrate with a special tweet created just for you. How long am I on Twitter? I don't know. Let's go. Let's click. Let's see. 13 years on Twitter. You joined 13 years ago today. Share this big day with others in your Twitter community. Let's go. That's not bad, huh? 13 years. Bit old now, huh? Here we go. For a better attack power, going 3-4-1-2. But it's at the end, John. It's numbers, huh? It's numbers. Look, now I messed up. But if you had that 3-4-2-1, if one goes a bit up front, it's still it becomes a 3-4-1-2. So at the end is how you interpret it. Thomas, my 13th Twitterversary is in 2 weeks. You see? Share this formation for this anniversary. And now if I say it, then Atalanta, they will study it. Even if the last news, what are the last news, by the way, of the last news of the recoveries? We have the agenda here. Huh? So, return dates. Okay, I don't know why. I bought 2 screens and the quality is disgusting in copying what my screen is seeing. I don't know why. Why is this? I don't understand. The quality is disgusting. Someone needs to help me on that. Because this is really disgusting. But disgusting. I don't know. Anyway, I will read you because here it's like I don't know, another language. So Quadrado back on the bench versus Monza, and then you have Vlahovic on the bench against Atalanta, Pogba on the bench against Monza, but not now. The next one, the one of the 29th of January. So it will be the last one that will come back. De Sciglio versus Atalanta on the bench. Bonucci. De Sciglio available against Atalanta on the 22nd, Bonucci on the 22nd available. So you have, it's really strange actually, it's Bonucci and De Sciglio versus Atalanta. No, let's start in chronology. Quadrado on the bench versus Monza Coppa Italia Thursday. That's one. Then you have to go with available versus Atalanta, De Sciglio and Bonucci. On the bench versus Atalanta, Vlahovic. And then you have to wait for the last game of January on the bench for Pogba. Caio Jorge will go with the next gen as of February. And now it's time, like Jesus is saying, that all Juventini say Amen. Only if we are able to play in that 3-4-2-1. Beppe, I don't have an agenda against Allegri. I just want anyone who can help us to win Champions League. Even I don't care Scudetto. I am hunger only Champions League. Well, you will be really disappointed in what I will tell you. Except of a miracle, and miracles, they happen, like Porto, like Greece, Euro 20 or 2004, I believe, like the Chelsea of Di Matteo. So miracles happen. But except of miracles, forget about Champions League as an obsession, I mean. Or in judging your favorite club based only on the Champions League. Because it will not happen realistically. I love my team. For me, my team is the best one of the world. But you have to be realistic. When I told you 2 years ago that that I was a pro Super League and people insulted me, there was a reason when I told you. By the way, I watched the 4 episodes on Apple TV of The War for Football. It was really well done, even if I have a lot of comments on that. So maybe I will do a review. But you can't compete. You can't compete with Manchester City that is spending 1 billion for Pep Guardiola. You can't compete with Chelsea that is spending 500 million in 6 months with the new owners. You can't compete with Newcastle that has infinite power. They don't care. They don't need to be break even. They don't even want to be break even. Their intention is having a beautiful name with a hobby. For political reasons, for brand reasons, to promote, for example, like Paris Saint-Germain, Qatar. We can't compete, my friends. We can't compete. I told you, and it will be worse and worse and worse. Miracles will happen, always. Leicester. Beautiful. A miracle. How many times did Leicester win? 1 time. That's why we call a miracle. So, if your obsession is Champions League and you don't care about Scudetto, you will be angry all your life. I want to win the Champions League. I won it when I was 14 in 96, and I want that my son is winning the Champions League. This is what I want. But it will not be possible realistically until football changes. Because some teams, like Marcello is saying, they give 100 million for a guy that nobody on earth, they knew. Mudryk played 32 games in Ukraine. He didn't even play in a top league. He's 22. He will be a talent for sure. They both, Lukaku, they are giving him away for free. Yesterday, I was watching a live of my friend Matt, that is doing Chelsea, a streamer. There were 4,000 persons live. Mamma mia. Fantastic. Guys, I tell you two things. The power of the Premier League is destroying everything, even the channel. I consider that I'm not the best one. There are so many better persons as me as content creators, but I believe that I'm doing a good job. I know about football. That doesn't mean that I'm correct all the time, but I know a bit about football. I know a bit about tactics. I coached teams for a few years in the past. I took lessons as a sporting commentary to speak better. I edit my videos instead of only speaking. I'm consistent. I do more than a video a day. I'm always here. So I believe I do an okay job. Well, 4,000 people are watching live for Chelsea, 150, 130 here. And I'm grateful for you. The power of the Premier League. You can't compete. You just can't compete. You can't compete. It is impossible, guys. That's one. The second thing, my friend from Chelsea, he was not happy. He was not happy. He said we don't want him. Because it works for Arsenal. We don't want him. We want Enzo Fernandez. We want Enzo Fernandez. They were complaining that their club was spending. They bought Lukaku. They sold Lukaku. They gave away for free 100 million, biggest investment. They just signed Nkunku. They bought Udogie. They don't need... I know it's a Tottenham that bought Udogie. It's the same. We don't care. They don't need... Tottenham doesn't need today Udogie. They buy already. Then people complain, why Juventus they didn't buy and they didn't sign Udogie? Because the other one, they signed him. They signed. They paid cash. Boom, boom, boom. And they said, you know what? Keep him one more year. We don't care. We don't need. And people complain that we can't compete for the Champions League. We have to negotiate 3 years for Locatelli. And we have to ask to postpone the payments in 3 years. It is impossible. It is impossible. Because of Juventus mistakes, of course. But also because, and especially because of Serie A. The mistakes that Juventus did was only for one reason. Because they wanted to stay at the top, competing with what would happen. And this is happening today. Juventus already anticipated that. With the revenues that you have in Italy, you just can't. It is impossible. So Juventus tried to go global. And going global, they took a risk. And that risk, unfortunately, it hit back in our face. And from there on, avalanche. Avalanche, snow effect. And you do mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Hit in the face, then you buy Ronaldo, you sign Ramsey, Rabiot, that was bad for 3.5 years or 3 years on 4. So you see, these teams, they don't care. Like Saif is saying, Chelsea make mistakes with Lukaku and they don't care. They don't care. They give it to Inter back. It's not only Lukaku and Nkunku later. We don't care. How many players did they buy? Cucuredo. Boom, here. I never heard about him. Never heard about him. Boom. Guys, Aston Villa and Bournemouth. They are on McKennie. McKennie is a player that played as a starter versus Napoli. The bottom teams, they can, without problem, pay you 40 million for him. I'm sorry, that I have to tell you that. That doesn't mean that we can't win the Champions League. But what we see today, the gap will be even bigger and bigger and bigger. Today, they already have revenues, I believe it's like 4 times 6 times, something like that. I don't remember by heart. What Serie A has, well, in a few years, it will be 12 times. Serie A, but also La Liga. Why do you think that Barcelona and Real Madrid, they are still in the Super League project together with Juve? Because they know that soon even La Liga will become a feeder league for Premier League, what is already the case today. And that's why I tell you, and by the way, if you're looking at the recent history, who is always in the semi-final? Who is always on the semi? It's the same. And it will be worse and worse and worse. Thank you, Zaki. Grande Zaki. Always curious to read Zaki. Thank you, my friend. If you decide to play one striker, then you don't play Milik. You're putting pressure on the team because every ball is coming back. You play with keen or quick player willing to run behind either side of Napoli defense. Wait, if you play with one striker? But Zaki, please help me, because what are you referring to? Are you referring to the game versus Napoli and you are blaming something that we did there? Or are you blaming the potential future of, is it a theory? Because I can't put it in context. So give me a bit of context. If you decide to play one striker, then you don't play Milik. You putting pressure on the team because every ball is coming back to you. You play with keen or quick player willing to run behind either side of Napoli defense. You're speaking about the defense of the game versus Napoli. Yeah, but we did a lot of mistakes. Zaki, you are correct as well. You are correct as well. You are really correct as well. But I don't even believe that this was one of the problems. Kim and Rahmani, we never saw them. The ball was in our half. So the problem was the sides. They killed us there on the sides. You know what? I was a bit. Wait, can I see it? I was preparing something. Here, I don't know if you are able to see it or not, but can I? No. Okay, so you see, the problem is here. If you're looking at all the games that we played, we always played in non-possession with fives here, 5-man defense. Here we didn't work. Alexandro is going up on Lobotka. No, it's not Lobotka, it's the other one. It's Zielinski, I believe. And he's going out of position. Here you have Kostic that is going wide, and you have Bremer and Danilo. Danilo that should have been the third one in a 3-man defense, a bit wider here, with Chiesa that should draw back on Kvara, but look where he is. And then you see another thing. That's what's happening, the consequence of it. You see? With Kvara alone. This is where we messed up. But I saw other things as well. What I was saying actually right after the game. Look, that's on the first goal. What is happening again? Alexandro is the first one that goes out of position to do a pressing, leaving his position. You have Locatelli that is trying to drop back to support. Look at Kvaratskhelia. You understand immediately that there is a possible gap. Why? Because Danilo is man-marking. Strange, but he's man-marking Osimhen. Look at Chiesa that is quite passive here. And what's happening is that, you see, boom, you have Kvaratskhelia that is going between Chiesa and Danilo. This is when Chiesa was actually supporting here in the back in the 5-man. But then you see the second goal. This is what I was telling you with these images. Sandro is going up. Kvaratskhelia is here, and here is not even helping. And that's where he's totally alone, Kvaratskhelia. So this was punished us and gave us immediately that 2-0. Then you change the lineup. You score one goal, you open your cards, and you don't change. In second half, they kill you because Alexandro is playing as left back, no, as a center back, and it's not his position. Kostic is playing as a left back and he's not playing his position. Because Napoli, they were super pumped up and they understood it. Because Bremer was in a nightmare evening, they killed us. You are correct, and your analysis is correct, Zaki, about Milik or Moiskin. But it's not only that. It's just that Napoli was absolutely not scared about us, and they continued to do the game that we knew they would do, and they do it. They did it. They killed us. But I agree, huh? Everything was wrong, huh? Everything was wrong. The lineup was wrong. I said it in the video I made. I made a video. I said starting line. I understand that. I can even understand why you are doing it, but I don't care because it didn't work, and you were not able to react. And I'm expecting, if there is one thing that I'm expecting from a coach like Allegri, is that you understand that you messed up and that you are able to wake up. English fans don't mind being ripped off. It's actually comical at this point. They don't care. But yesterday I was really angry, and then I will go to Jesus Macias and continue with Zaki. Yesterday I was watching that 4 episode. I watched until 5 a.m. in the morning because I wanted to watch how they would tell us and giving us the narrative of that Super League. And at a certain moment, a lot of journalists of England, they were super happy, journalists, because they are convinced that the people, they had an impact in making sure that Chelsea is giving up on that project, because the people were protesting. Chelsea was the first one that went out, but a lot of other clubs were protesting, like Leeds and so on and so on. The people, they had nothing to say. They don't understand. It's a mass movement. They are happy. They were not even reading. They were reading the clickbaits, but they don't care. They are already in the Super League. They don't care. They don't care. They didn't even understood that Premier League would continue as it is. It's just changing the Champions League. They didn't understand that it was not a closed tournament because you had some access. Probably it was not perfect. I agree. It was absolutely not well explained. I agree. But there was some explanation that people didn't read. When I still see today that people are saying, no, it was the end of the miracles, the end of it was a closed league for only rich becoming richer. I don't agree, because this was not it. But what makes me laugh is that these people were convinced about football for what was invented by the poor, stolen by the rich. They were convinced about calcio del pueblo, the football of the people. It's not that. And attenzione, and you know it, ciao Alessio, I never said that Premier League is doing something wrong. Yeah, they are spending strange money. Now they are starting to do wrong things, because Chelsea is a real bad example. But they deserve to be there. They deserve, because they work towards it. But we are going towards the end of football, my friends. The end of football as we knew it. That's what we are going towards. Anyway, it is like that. Let me read the other comments. Locatelli, Chelsea fans are spoiled, but they can be annoyed with right now because the owner has no idea what they are doing. Yeah, but yeah. No, of course, it's really bad managed. Huh? Of course, it's really bad managed. But doing like that, you are influencing all the market. All the market you are influencing. Every player is 100 million. How many players they are 100 million today? Grealish, 100 million. Mudrik, 100 million. Lukaku, 120 million. Every player is 100 million. Anthony, 100 million. Cucureddu, I don't know, so many million. Every player are 100 million today. Every player are 100 million. It's crazy. It's really crazy. No worry, Zaki. Wait, I come back on Zaki. The channel should donate to buy our own players. Eh, probably yes. Jesus. Grande Jesus. Muhammad, but now the money has changed everything. Yeah, but it was already like that with Galacticos with Real Madrid in 2000. It was already like that with Real Madrid in 2000. I will tell you even more. Berlusconi was already doing it in the 80s. It's not new, huh? It would be a hypocrite to say today, Premier League is doing what and we are the poor. It's just a reverse. The problem is that back then there was a difference. There was a small difference. Today they are inaccessible. Television right changed everything. Television right, marketing, everything. But they were already doing certain things in the past where Real Madrid was not reachable anymore. If Real Madrid, I tell you already, if Real Madrid is still in the Super League, it's because they know it's messed up. And if they are already investing for the future best talents, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Vinicius, it's because they need to make sure that they are creating a buffer for the coming 10, 15 years, because they will have all sorts of problems. Who wants to go to Real Madrid from the moment that they will stop losing Champions League and so on? Nobody. They want to go to Premier League. Anyway, Zaki, he continued. Thank you, Zaki. Look at Napoli, just simple long balls to Osimhen cost us a lot of problems. And in center midfield played one of Weston or Rabiot. You need to have player with ability to pick, pass, and quick transition. The lineup was wrong, weapon. No. But that's what I said in the video and also today, and I anticipated it while answering. The lineup was totally wrong. Then, whatever lineup you would have put, Zaki, I believe we would have lost. Because Napoli, they worked like an orchestra. The only thing that you could look, I tend to be a bit more offensive. The initial idea, but we flopped totally. This season now with the state, even after the 8 wins, the only way was a bad evening of Napoli. That mentally they were scared of Juve with a fast goal and losing their possibility, their mind and fucking up. But that didn't happen. So, but I totally agree with your comment. Yeah, and we answered it even before. Rick, heads up, Juve fans, stay strong and stay focusing because they all hate Juve, Beppe. Thank you. Grazie to Riccardo in Australia. Well, Rick, I have no problem with other teams hating Juve. I don't care about the other teams hating Juve. I hate two things. I don't like two things. When the media is reporting on purpose the news that they want to report, because that's manipulation, that's something I don't like. Because you're influencing with the words that you choose, with the pictures that you choose, with what you want to report on page 1 and what you report in page 23. This is one thing I really don't like. And the second thing I don't like, it's Juventini insulting Juventus. I said it before, it was a long discussion we had with the people in the chat. Criticizing Juve, it's totally normal. If you don't criticize this Juventus, you have a problem. Because you can't just not criticize Juventus at the moment. That's the two things I don't like. Juventini that are hating Juve, that are insulting, that are doing a propaganda that is against the club, that everything is bad. They are influencing also people. We were lucky. And then the people, they hear the theories about we were lucky. No, we were not lucky with 8 win. We won playing a non-attractive football, but it was not luck. It was not luck. It was non-attractive. It was not beautiful. But it was not luck. I'm sorry to repeat it. I'm sorry because it annoys me. It really annoys me. It's something I want to break everything when I see this. Because then people, they hear, and it's a beautiful theory, we were lucky. It's easy, guys. I can tell you, from today, I tell you, we will win the Scudetto. Be positive, believe we will win the Scudetto. This year we will not win. Guys, we will win the Scudetto. Believe me, trust me, we will win the Scudetto. Next year we will not win. In 3 years we will not win. In 4 years we will not win. In 5 years we will win the Scudetto. I told you. But of course, it will happen. One day we will be back and we will win. Of course it will happen. It's the same when you're saying, wait, I will tell you. Because otherwise, wait. After Torino, I can tell you, we won, we were lucky, but Juventus is not back. Juventus is not doing well. We will lose next game. We play versus Napoli. We win 4-0. And no, I don't celebrate because we will lose. We can't keep up. It's Napoli. We play versus Lecce. That did 2-2 versus Milan. That had beautiful score versus big team. But anyway, we win 1-0. But it's Lecce. It's Lecce. It's easy. Next game we play Inter. We will lose. We play versus Inter. We win 2-0. Finally. We had to win. It's the first time that we win versus the top 4. But before the game, I don't believe because we never won versus the top 4. We will lose. We win. But luck. Inter, they were not good. They had an injured player. Okay. Verona, we win 1-0. But it's Verona. You will see. Lazio, they only conceded 7 goals. Best defense. We also had conceded 7 goals, but we were not the best defense. Sarri ball, fantastic. You see Sarri with his play style. He's there to fight for the Scudetto. You will see Lazio. We play versus Lazio. We win 3-0. Nobody speaks. Focus on the World Cup. We come back. Cremonese. We win. But it's only Cremonese. Udinese. And they hit the post 2 times. Udinese. But it's Udinese. And they are in a bad moment. Guys, you will see. We will lose. And then you lose versus Napoli. And then it happens. If we won versus Napoli, but Napoli, they had a World Cup break and they already lost versus Inter. Juventus is lucky. Wait for Atalanta that won 8-2. It's always something. It's mathematical that it will happen. And of course, this person at a certain moment, they will say I was right. I saw it everywhere. No. We played in a way that brought us 8 victories in a row. It was not luck, it was a way of playing that brought us 8 wins. Beautiful? No. Attractive? No. But a way of playing. With bigger teams, with smaller teams, with tough teams. We won versus Cremonese 2 months or 3 4 months ago now, we were not able to do it versus Monza. That's it. No, I'm not speaking about media union. This time I'm speaking about Juventini that are always complaining and insulting Juve. That's what I don't like. So these are the two things that I don't like. For the rest, that an Inter fan is mocking me, it's normal. Because I'm mocking them as well. Napoli fan after 5-1, what do you want? What do you expect? Guys, it's normal. That's my point of view. Some people, they send me on Instagram or wherever, Beppe, look, we were mocked by, look what they say about us. Look at Spalletti. Spalletti was running and mocking Allegri because he was following him and stalking him for the handshake. Guys, yeah, it's easy. It's easy. By the way, Allegri, he stopped. He gave the hand. He didn't want to because, first of all, they don't like each other. But then, secondly, when Spalletti was there, he stopped. He gave the hand without polemics. He even gave him a caress like this. And then he went away. Spalletti, guys, how disgusting is that? When he lost versus these guys there, I don't know what team they were in Europa League last year. Remember? Or you don't remember? When they were losing and he didn't want to shake the hands. He said, no, disgusting behavior. Do you remember that or you don't remember now? Hey, guys, if you're speaking about being serious about things. So for me, it's also a way of learning how to win and learning how to lose. And I think that we lose both. We lose both. We lose the ability to win and to celebrate, and we lose also the ability to be respectful when we lose. Yeah. Julian, yes, Napoli beat us and it was embarrassing, but we need to remember the math. It's only a loss and we had 8 clean sheets. Well, yeah, the only thing is that we don't have to believe that today we are the best team in the world because we had 8 clean sheets. Because if someone is selling you that Juventus is back to win the Champions League, the Europa League, the Scudetto, I always told you about the Europa League, except of today when we are laughing about the history that is repeating itself and the coincidence, and except of these crazy things. I always told you that we will never win the Europa League. Then it can happen, of course, but it's a miracle. Look at the teams that are there. Manchester United that is working again. Arsenal. You have Roma. You have a lot of teams there that are strong, that are objectively strong. If you are not able to propose to do, how can you win Europa League? Then it can happen, of course. But I don't know. Yeah, but it has always been like that. It's always easier to be negative than positive. Like again, for me, one of the best example is if Messi wins the World Cup, he's the GOAT. If he loses the World Cup, he's not the GOAT. No, because your teammate is saving a penalty or is maybe not saving a penalty and missing the penalty. It can't decide if you are the GOAT or not the GOAT. It's a bit strange for me. Moment of this. Beppe, I'm sad because of the loss of Napoli and because my crush don't like me. But also there, it's a bit like the Champions League, Jesus. Depending who is your crush, you know. If my crush is, I don't know, my crush is my wife, but I don't know. Give me a crush on earth. What is the name? The singer there. No, not Conte. Starboy. Give me a name of a crush. Dua Lipa. Let's say Dua Lipa. That's the first one I have in mind. If it's my crush, then, guys, it's difficult. And Shakira, I don't like. Shakira, by the way, it's easier than Dua Lipa. Shakira is a bit desperate, but I would pay attention with Shakira. Then she goes with really strange songs. No, Shakira. I never liked Shakira. it's a beautiful girl. We don't have to do difficult, but I'm not a big Shakira fan. Vandanara neither. I'm not a big fan of Vandanara. By the way, did you see? She was doing a live story, and something slipped, and I believe it was done. But anyway, you have to depend on the expectations. Then, if you believe that it's in your possibilities for your crush, you have to find a way. You have to find a way, Jesus. You have to find a way. There is always a way. My wife, she was not in love with me in the beginning. I had to find a way to penetrate the defense. I said the defense. Wait, Starboy wrote some things here. Thank you to you, Zaki. I always have energy. Starboy, he wrote some things, and here. Even in those games we won, we didn't play good. That's true. And that's gonna bite us as soon as we face a decent team. No, Starboy. I don't agree, because it was exactly, of course, that we would have lost versus Napoli. The chances were really high. But I don't really agree 100%, because it was exactly the same things I was reading when we said as soon as we will play versus top 4. It's the evening, guys. I'm sorry. It's 2 a.m. I'm old. I have to digest. So, it's a problem of what was the thing there, and it's a problem because we will play versus Inter and we will be destroyed. We will play versus Lazio, we will be destroyed. Now it's not as soon as we will play versus. On that I don't agree. Then there were also some other things I heard, like, Rugani will play. We will concede 3 goals versus Udinese with Makengo, with Udoge, and with Beto, and with Success. Rugani, every time he plays, conceding 0 goal. Is he a top defender, phenomenal? No. But you see that's what I don't appreciate. It was a fact that it would happen. Then I agree with all the other thing, with everything you said. We won, we didn't play well, I agree. We need to create more chances. Yes. Yes. Then there were some games where we created chance and we didn't score. Look, if you're looking at the Napoli game, we have our chances. We are not able to score. They have 70% of shot accuracy. We have like 10% shot accuracy. There is a comment here. Beppe, you should do lives on TikTok. I have TikTok. I don't understand TikTok. TikTok, look, I do a short 3,500,000 views. 3,500,000 views on TikTok. Fantastic. Then I do another short. I have like 60 views. What is the algorithm? Why? I'm using the same hashtag. I don't understand. I really don't understand TikTok, guys. And then also on TikTok, you have to be trash. If you want, I know some people there. On TikTok, they don't care about taking time to explain. I like TikTok. I like the watching. I have fun. Sometimes I post something. That's not the problem. But speaking about football on TikTok, guys, at the moment, I believe that if you want a lot of views, you have to be trash. You have to take a picture of someone, put it on a doll, and throw it from the stairs. And these are the things that are working, or mocking people, insulting people, fast, insulting, going, screaming. And it's working, so many more views than on YouTube. It's fast, it goes. But if I start doing that, the problem is that people will always expect more from me. More trash, more trash, more trash. And then you're fake. Then when things are going bad, you're hoping that things are going bad. Because then you know that if it's going bad, you see, for example, it's stupid, huh? We win versus Udinese. We have, after the game, we have like 350 people. We lose versus Napoli, we have 600. Post-game, Chelsea 4, Juve 0, 10,000 views. We win versus, Inter, 2,500. People they love. More you lose, they are watching. Then they are disappointing because I don't break everything at home. But that's if you want to succeed and have big numbers on shorts, on YouTube, on TikTok, and so on. But even here, you have to go trash, and I don't want to do that. I want to laugh. I want to do stupid things. I like to do these kind of things. For example, impersonating Conte on TikTok would be something nice. That's something I would take into consideration, Starboy. That's something I would take into. On that, I agree on that.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
That I can do. The press conference of Conte, I can do that. The problem, if I do that, if I work for Juve, if I start mocking Conte and next year he becomes our coach, I believe I have a problem. I have to pay attention. That's another thing that people don't take into consideration. I can say whatever I want, but I have to pay attention. Next year, you know what will happen? If Conte comes back and I did a full TikTok with impersonating Conte, and he comes back, the first thing he will do is, Beppe, come here.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
Out. This is what he will do. That is what he will do. That's what he will do, Conte, and he will be correct. No, I can say what I like, I don't like. Look, I speak about Allegri freely. I have no problem. But then, of course, you have to pay attention. Huh? Mocking, that's dangerous. Huh? That's dangerous. Anyway, guys, 2 hours of light. It was nice. Huh? I had fun time together with you guys. Seriously. Tomorrow is Monday, so I have to wake up early to put my son to bring my son at school. Tomorrow a big day, guys. I repeat for the people that are here now. Tomorrow we do the video here, but then I have a beautiful planning on the Twitch channel of Juventus. 5 p.m. Italian time, normally 5 p.m. Italian time. We start in English. It's an Italian live, but for 25 minutes it will be in English with a fantastic person from Juventus that will be there as a guest. So be there today. I don't know what day, but yes, Monday 16th on at 5 p.m. Italian time. Yeah. So there will be a player of Juve that will be there speaking in English on the channel. Will be nice, and I'm sure that people will appreciate. So I will be there. I will start in English, translating also in Italian. Then we continue in Italian. Then we stop, and at 11 p.m. so tomorrow night, I start again, and then the live in English to debrief the last games. It's not an ex. No, it's a player from Juve from now. Voila. No, I don't tell you who, guys. I don't tell you who. Just be there. Just be there, and then you will see. Monza, boom, boom. Let's not Silvio have party. Indeed, Nirai. What did they do? By the way, I don't know what they did this weekend, Monza. I'm curious. I forgot. What did they do? Monza. They won 3-2. Where are they? Oh, 21 points. Not bad, eh? I didn't say it would be McKennie. I didn't confirm. I didn't even said if it would be men or women. Can be a lot, huh? I didn't say men or women. It can be a women team, can be men team, can be under 23, can be under 19, can be whatever. I said player of Juve. Can be Ealing, can be Giulia Grosso, can be Marchisio. No, Marchisio is not playing anymore. It's not McKennie. Can be McKennie, not Wanda. Can be a lot of persons, huh? English speaking, because I do the interview, I speak I will translate. So we have a lot, huh? It can be Wakas, Sadik, indeed. If you are there tomorrow, you discover tomorrow. Chiesa speaks English. It's true. Can be Paul. Can be Kostic. Can be Rabiot with his mother. No, Rabiot. But guys, Paul speaks Italian. Chiesa speaks Italian. Rabiot speaks Italian. So it's not these players. Someone that speaks English. I believe you will be happy. I will stop, otherwise I will spoil you. How many likes do we have? 115. Dai. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao Mahmoud. Ciao Locatelli. Ciao Union. Ciao Saif. Ciao Wakas. Ciao John Costantin. Ciao Rocco Lavino. Ciao Beppe, I don't understand why Allegri chose the Napoli game to try, but watch my video and you will understand. Ciao Nirai, ciao Mikel Arteta, ciao Stavros, ciao Muhammad, ciao Wakas, ciao LJJ, all live together with us. Ciao to Union Sport, Marcello, who else? Hey guys, if you are always repeating and spoiling the same, Ciao Juventino MC, I'm trying to find people that I didn't see. Our Inter friend Eurochance is there as well. Congratulations with the win. 1-0. Peniel Jerry. Ciao Grande. Ciao Jesus Macias. Thomas Makluf. Cody Gakpo, always there. Jonathan Murray. And all the other ones. Ciao guys.
If you want